Hello there guys, what is up? Cloud here, bringing you guys my very first episode and also my very first upload onto the Let's Play Hub. At the beginning of the commentary, I just want to give a big shout out to Vamp and Fuzz for letting me be a part of the Let's Play Hub staff. I'm really looking forward to getting out some of these commentaries, and I'm also looking forward to seeing how this little community channel goes and how it grows in the next couple of months, next couple of weeks. Should be really fun. So let's hop into the commentary here. So as you guys can see from my very first episode, this is belong to the Darkness 2. Now as with Vamp and Fuzz, we have our own personal channels, and I've made the Darkness 2 my Let's Play Hub exclusive. Yeah, this is going to be my exclusive upload onto the Let's Play Hub. Now on my own channel, I have a Let's Play series currently running alright on The Witcher 2, so if any of you guys enjoy The Witcher 2, feel free to check that out. But as for now, I'm just going to be doing the Let's Play series for The Darkness 2 on here. But this is a fantastic series. I'm really looking forward to this. A little bit, I don't know, it's kind of weird, a little bit more so than The Witcher 2, to be perfectly honest. I have nothing against The Witcher 2, I think it's a great game, but I absolutely love The Darkness 2, and I adored The Darkness 1. I thought The Darkness 1 was an absolutely fantastic game. Now, this episode being my first episode, I had this uploaded already onto my channel, and I only had the first episode, this one, and I decided to take it down and to let it be a Let's Play Hub exclusive. So what I did was I just basically, I still had the video saved on my computer, I just basically put it in Vegas again and recommed over it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you've played The Darkness 1, or indeed if you've played The Darkness 2, or if you've even seen or read the original Darkness graphic novels, do give a comment below and let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Now again, this is the first episode. I've got 2 more episodes put away on my computer, episode 2 and 3. So they are ready to be commed over and ready to go up over the next couple of days, over the next week definitely. But I'm only just scratching the surface. I'm only 40 minutes in-ish to the campaign. So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts, if you've ran through the game, do give a comment below and let me know what you think. I think this game is so far fantastic. Now in the first episode, you guys probably have, if you've already played through the demo, you kind of have a gist of what's going on, because this is essentially a demo run through. So I'm going to try keep as talkative as I can. Well, then again, I do have a lot of things to talk about. Mainly the switch ups from Darkness 1 to Darkness 2. There's a huge amount of features in there. For example, the gameplay mechanics, the art style switch up, and of course the multiplayer. Now, in the Darkness 1, I compared this to Vamp earlier on. In the Darkness 1, it was pretty much like going from the Darkness 1 to Darkness 2. It was kind of like going from Gears of War 1 to Borderlands. Now, it's just art style wise, not mechanic wise, just art style wise. I mean, Gears of War 1 was dark, it was gritty, and the same with the Darkness 1. It was done very similar. It was very dark, it was very brood, it was gritty, it was grim, and it was a nice change. It was a nice change from your typical game. It was a fantastic art style, and it was very well done. Now, a lot of people probably don't agree with the art style, the whole cell shading thing, but I think it has its positive and its negatives. In my opinion, I think the Darkness 1 graphic style was a little bit better. To be perfectly honest, I kind of would have preferred if it was very similar. But at the same time, I do think that the cel shading graphics does have a lot of positive features in the game. I think the textures and the graphics in general look fantastic. But art style wise, I think the cel shading graphics, I mean, it's almost like as if it's sticking true to its graphic novel roots. You know, going with the cel shading graphics, it kind of looks very comic-y. And I think that's a nice feature to have, you know, going back to its original art style graphic novel roots. I think that's pretty cool. But at the same time, there's one moment in particular during this playthrough that I do want to point out, where the graphics, the art style, it does nothing but showcase how beautiful this game looks. It does absolutely nothing but that, and I did talk about that a lot in the first video. But yeah, combat-wise in this game, owned by a chandelier. Combat-wise in this game, there's a whole bunch of new features, which really, really stand out. And again, I will point those out to you once we come across them. For multiplayer-wise, I think a lot of people were kind of pissed that they took out the multiplayer. But to be perfectly honest, I think it was kind of needed, because the multiplayer in the Darkness 1, if you have played it, you'll know that it was near impossible to play the game without any sort of lag. That game was fucking horrendous, and the servers were shit. But in this, they've added a co-op campaign, which I think is absolutely awesome. Now, I haven't got a chance to play it through it yet. I'm going to run through this first, and then possibly pick up a buddy or two, and maybe try to run through the campaign. The co-op campaign, because from what I've heard, it sounds awesome. I love the idea of it, because it's like 4 separate characters. They're 4 completely different characters, 4 unique characters. They have their own abilities, their own powers, and it's a completely different storyline. And one thing too that I do like about it is what I've heard is that there's moments through the co-op campaign where you're like, oh, that's that bit where I helped Jackie. So I think that's an awesome. I think that's an awesome little feature thrown in there. I think that's a little fantastic feature. But yeah, again, if you guys are feeling a little bored because this is essentially a demo run through, I am very, very sorry. Very, very sorry. Oh, gas leak. Get the fucking door open, Vinny. Prick. Now, this being the first episode, when I kicked this off originally on my own personal channel, the first episode was actually a live com. All of my Let's Play series are live comms. So this first episode, it's being redone over, we'll say, audio-wise. But the second episode and the third episode I have ready to go on my laptop. So this is going to be ending, and then the second episode is going to be taking off from where I left off. And I will basically be kicking the commentary off from where I left off. So yeah, so it'll kind of be a live com again. I may actually just redo over the gameplay and the audio again for the second episode, just to be a true live com type thing. Now, they're my friends as well. For some of you who've seen the trailers or whatever, that's Captain Hopalong, and he is the main protagonist in the game. Now, I think he's an awesome person, character-wise. I think he's very, very cool. I love the whole storyline of him essentially wanting the darkness back. I think it's going to make for a great storyline. I can't wait to see the story unfold. Now, actually, while we're here, this is the sequence in particular that I was talking about, where there's my pythons. Oh, you, my dual pythons. This is the cutscene in particular where I was talking about the graphics, the art style, just absolutely showcasing how fantastic it is. I mean, look at that beauty. Look at the gore. That art style, all it does is it showcases colors. Look at the purples, the reds. All of these colors are just flourishing, and it's absolutely ridiculously nice to see. With the Darkness 2 being, there's a lot of gore and there's a lot of death and more death. I think the graphics, the art style, all it does is enhance the death and the destruction, which I think is fantastic. And right about here now is kind of where we're escaping out of the little tutorial sequence. Well, not necessarily, more the intro sequence, and breaking into the tutorial sequence and slowly moving into some combat. Now here you'll see a lot of new features, especially when we head out into the street. There's a ton of new features in the combat system, which I think are absolutely fantastic. I'm really looking forward to playing through this game and seeing what else it has to offer. Get impaled. During my playthrough on this, I was starting to think about the Darkness 1 a lot, comparing and contrasting like the art style, the combat system, how much this one has how much this one has increased with the amount of stuff that you can do. And one thing that I noticed straight away was that in the Darkness 1, there was, like, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much where that semicircle, or that where the circle is down the bottom left, where that's your health. On the Darkness 1, there was four icons, top, bottom, left, and right, and you had 4 powers. Now, from what I've seen so far, there isn't anything like that, and it's been replaced seemingly by a skill tree, which I think is fantastic, owned by a box. Lols. Yeah, it's been replaced by a skill tree. Tree. Fucking Irish accent, I'm sorry. Actually, I never noticed it until when I did my first commentary on my own personal channel. But the first time I played through that and I threw that guy through the window, I noticed that it's actually a window, but for some reason it didn't break and the guy just flew through it. But you know what? The game is fantastic. I'm going to overlook it. So right here, you see me using one of my favorite additions to the combat system, where you can rip off a car door and use it as cover. I think that's an absolutely fantastic feature. Not only that, but you can also throw it at people too, as you will see in a couple of seconds. Yeah, as you will see. I think it's an absolutely fantastic feature. And not only that, it is an awesome feature, but not only that, I did notice that you can die significantly quicker in this one than you could in the first one. So I think it's kind of necessary to have some sort of cover when you're running into combat like that. Now I'm afraid, guys, that this is coming to an end very, very shortly. I think there's about a minute of gameplay left, if that. Oh, and there's my little bastard, my Darkling. Quickly, actually, while I have a little bit of time. In the Darkness one, you had Darklings, and you could summon them. And in this one, I was kind of upset. To a degree, you don't have Darklings. As far as I'm aware, I think you only have the one, which is kind of cheesy. Not to say that this guy isn't fantastic. I adore him. He's amazing. Look at him. Farting and whatnot. Yeah. So this is coming to an end, guys. Please do give a comment, like, let me know what you guys thinks if you've played through this, if you enjoyed the commentary. Just give me a shout, let me know what you thought. Feel free to check out my personal channel for The Witcher and all other jazz. Ooh, a present! I love presents. Okay, that's great. Alright, see you in episode 2, guys. Later.